Ethiopia now, British citizen Andaargacho, or Andy Tsiga, who was being held on death row, has been freed. He's been greeted by jubilant relatives and supporters at his home in the capital, Addis Ababa. The Ethiopian government had accused Tsiga of plotting a coup, and he was sentenced to death in absentia in 2009. CGTN's Girum Chala spoke exclusively to Tsiga about life behind bars and his hopes for the future.
Thank you very much, Andaargacho, for talking to CGTN. Now, 4+ years in prison, and I'm sure it wasn't an easy time for you there. Take us through your life in prison in this country.
Well, if you have an objective, an aim, a cause, the details of prison are not that important. So what happened there is just a prison life, a bit different from other prisoners because I was secluded. There were a lot of restrictions in terms of visits, health care, other amenities as well, services. But mentally, you know, I was prepared not only for prison, prepared even for that's a further sacrifice, you know, including death, because I knew from the very beginning the struggle that has engaged will not be easy.
We remember in 2009 you've been sentenced to death in absentia, and after coming to Ethiopia and being in prison, you literally were in death row. How does it feel, or were you really strong when you were in that situation here?
Well, I knew it would be very difficult for the government really to take into practice the death penalty, because I would be probably the first one who would be executed for political reasons. So it would be very politically damaging. So in some way, I have my suspicion that it will not be carried out. So that didn't really bother me much. Though I didn't dwell on it.
So now that you're out, you're a free man and with aspirations strong, both physically and mentally. What is next for you?
Well, yes, I'm a free man. I mean, physically, I can move around. But mentally, you know, you are overwhelmed by the complexity of the problems the nation is facing. I mean, when I was in prison, I realized, in fact, you know, the problem is more complex than I thought. So really, the freedom that I have now doesn't mean really much. It's just a physical problem, but mentally, there are a lot of things to do. There are a lot of issues that burdens you, you know, with my colleagues and with the entire really population, because this is the issue the population wants to see being practiced in Ethiopia. So we will continue to fight for the formation of these independent institutions. That's what I'm going to do.
Do you think with the coming of the new Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, which led to lots of change in this country, including your release, there is a favorable condition to perhaps continue the struggle for any political dream in the country?
Well, it's a good beginning. You know, I have said already to others who interviewed me, we don't have really an addiction for opposition. We oppose because there are concrete issues that needs opposing. If somebody is doing the right thing, we'll cease opposing it. In fact, we will collaborate.